Hello everybody, hope that you are very well and welcome to this evening's live stream that we got for you. What a day, all I can say is what a day. From the video that I done this morning, obviously I done a video for the public here this morning where we were down 5%, and now I bring you a video 12 hours later where we are up 3%. So what an absolute fabulous day it has been. Extreme volatility. It's like I said this morning, we had that extreme move to the downside. I gave you the important daily above us and the important weekly below us. I was like, I expect one of these levels to be hit within the next 24 to 48 hours because the extreme volatility is here. We have the emotions running through the market. And here we are 12 hours later, even quicker than one could have wished for. Here we are with the massive move to the upside. You might not think this is massive, but this is a massive move to the upside here. Really quick, short squeeze, boom, straight to the upside. And I thought, what better way than to celebrate this by going live with you all. So hope that you are all doing very well. I suppose we'll give it a few minutes for this to begin. Because there's going to be a lot of people probably like, obviously this was like not a pre-planned one. I just went from just totally spontaneous, not planned. So we'll give people a few minutes to join. Oh man, come on. We got to stay positive in today's video. There's too much negativity in the world for me to come on this live stream and be negative. Some people are saying, how can you say fabulous day? You're so detached from reality. Of course, my condolences, my heart goes out to the struggles and everything that's going on in the world, but we're not going to bring politics into this channel. We're just going to focus on the charts. Yeah. So saying I can't be happy, come on. We can be positive in today's video. If you want the doom and gloom, the negativity, go to another channel, go watch the news. The news will provide that for you. We are not the news. We are here to give you the truth. You see what I'm doing here? We're going to give you the truth, something you might not get on all news channels. All we're going to do is keep it not political at all. Let's just go into the charts. Let's do what we love. And that is talking Bitcoin. That's talking trading. So yeah, share your positivity in the comments, everybody. Share the positivity, please, 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 please. And I hope that you are all doing very well. And with that positivity, you can give a like to this video. You can smash that like button as hard as you can. Smash that like, bring a smile to your face, and enjoy the move to the upside that you're seeing here. Whether you longed the low, whether you longed a reclaim, whether you shorted the absolute low and lost a load of money on this rise, try not to think negative in today's video. Let's just try and keep it positive. Focus on what you could have done, what you could be looking for next. Obviously there are really important levels of support and resistance once again that we can be looking at today, like literally during this video. So yeah, let's do what we love and just just talk Bitcoin. So yeah, to start off with here, then I was trying to get Igor, the legend himself, on this live stream, but obviously he has a family. He has like a wife and kids. So whether he's going to be able to actually make it here at the moment, I'm not too sure. We'll wait and see. If you want to spam in the comment section like Igor get on live stream, maybe if enough people also like prod him, then we'll be able to get him to come on with us. I'd like that. But obviously the shout out for myself has to go to him. Like, he deserves the respect of this, because it was kind of one of those calls that just like deserves respect straight off the bat. Amazing. From the first thing this morning, the man's up at 8 a.m. and the first idea of his was, hey, we're gonna pump. He was looking for the longs, took the long position. Off of the level, you can see here other members in the group having this alert set way back from when he first mentioned it at the end of January. Almost 1 month later, getting that alert go off again. It's just like, yeah, you just respect where the respect is due, because let's be honest, the world today, including myself, like it was very like a fearful beginning of the day. Yeah, oh my god, there is the legend. He is in the comment section. Come on, the people want to see you, Igor. They just want like 1 minute of your time, because man, that was just like the most legendary. It was a really legendary call. Again, if you're in the champions group, you know what we're on about. The reason why I don't really want to click on his post is because it shows his target, and I'm not sure whether he wants the whole world to know what his target is for the long. So out of respect, and because I haven't asked him, I'm not gonna click on his target basically, but he's long. He's obviously looking for higher. But yeah, all I could say here is that it was a legendary call. Let's just say that. And you just have to remember like the context of what you're looking at here this morning. In a time where there's ultra fear, there's just mass fear everywhere you look, mass fear everywhere you read, mass fear, and to like to like he says here, plan the trade the plan, cut the noise and block all the news. Patience equals rewards. Just like though that needs to be like printed out and written in the documentary that's going to be about you, my friend, because yeah, I mean, let's be honest, it was respect where respect is due. That was such a legendary trade, to be honest with you. Whether it plays out to your target or whether we have put in the high here, obviously all I would say is his target's obviously higher. Whether it hits or not though, now I still think like just mad respect for that call, because to have the conviction and the balls, so to speak, like los cojones, the put a long in there is really impressive. Anyway, so yeah, shout out to the man, the legend himself, Igor. If you don't know who he is, you need to start paying attention, because he's the man that moves the market. Legendary trade anyway, my friend. Well done on that one. And now I want to just talk briefly. I don't want this live stream to be too long. I want to briefly talk you through why we've rejected where we are, why we have rejected where we have, and some important support and resistance levels that we can be looking at really over the next 12-24 hours. Okay, so the first thing that I want to draw your attention to is the CME gap. Okay, so if we add on back where this CME gap was, so obviously two places where you could arguably call this CME gap. You can see the first time was not filled. Whether you actually put, because I would always say there's two places you can pull it from. The actual close, which obviously was coming in at around 39, to be official here, the close was 39,935. That is a place where you could put your line for closing the gap. You can also use this like prior bit of price action, like e.g. like this could be classed as the gap, like this is the gap between the price action. Okay, you can see on the 21st of February at 5 a.m. you never closed the gap, neither this one, neither this one. Okay, you can see that gap was left. So you were left with that CME gap during the subsequent move to the downside. Okay, so your CME gap is still there. You obviously bottom out today at Igor's target. And we got this really big quick move to the upside, and where you actually top out at is closing that first line of that CME gap. So I just see in the corner of my eye Igor is saying, oh dear, what do I do? He has to make a decision right now between his wife and kids or coming on stream for us. I'm not going to influence your decision here, mate. Whatever you want to do, like, is cool, man. What was I going to say anyway? Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we can have seen this high from that's why we've actually started to see this pullback. Obviously, we have come up and filled that CME gap. Just one thing to be aware of. So CME gap, there's two levels that I would write for that CME gap. The first one being the first like kind of level that we've hit into. One would class that as filled. As the second one I'd be aware of is 39,935 on the Bitcoin CME chart. Okay, so make sure you have that added. If you don't have it added, go at it now. Obviously, great confluence for this bounce. What was the great confluence? It was the ES bouncing. Okay, we know the correlation between Bitcoin and the stock market. The correlation is strong. And obviously, seeing the rise on the ES is naturally aiding Bitcoin greatly. Okay, this is a really great confluence. You never trade off this alone, just as you never trade off of a CME gap alone, but these things together are really strong confluences for you to be trading from, period. Like really you got to be aware of all of that information. Okay, when we start to zoom out a bit, obviously, well, for the people that are wondering why did we bounce where we bounced, obviously we had some Fibonacci levels down there. If you were following along on some of my harmonic targets, this one obviously went slightly lower, but no invalidation at all of the harmonic. So you had harmonics down here. You actually have two different harmonics down at around that $35,000 level. You obviously had your lowest Fibonacci level down there, which obviously aided as support. And then really the way that one in my opinion, one traded this is I personally got into my long, not on the first move down of the CC. Okay, so it kind of went like this. First, I want to delete everything a second. Personally, I did not trade this first move to the downside. There was this first move to the downside. I didn't really feel like longing this myself. Okay, I did not long that first move down there. The way that I approached this was waiting for that first initial bounce. That obviously went on during, nearly an hour. We had the first initial bounce to the upside. And then for me, the long was good enough on the retest of the CC. Okay, and I'll actually just delete this for you really quickly, just to emphasize what was going on here. You had the first move down, okay, which was into this CC. I personally didn't want to long this one. I didn't long this one. I actually know people in the group did, by the way. I've already seen the money shots. I did not long that first move off the CC. But other people in the group did, to be fair. But I didn't. I was playing it a bit more cautiously. Wanted to see, like, for myself, a bit of a higher probability move. Wanted to give myself a better invalidation. So I basically waited for the retest of the CC in the CC. This is basically like a style that you can do. When you then get this secondary test into the CC. So you kind of got CC into the CC. That for me was good enough. Why? Because then I have a much clearer invalidation. Did write this as well on Twitter earlier. Obviously did write that in my group as well on Discord when I took that. But that's what it looked like at the time. Okay, so that you can kind of envision, zooming back 12 hours, what it looked like at the time. That's the reason why I took that long. Obviously at the time as a scalp with the potential of a swing based off of my harmonic idea. Harmonic is a long that I've been planning out now for about a week or too long down here. And then you got one more opportunity if you missed this as well, which was another Fibonacci from the low up to the high. You can kind of see you went from low, high, CC, and then CC once more. Okay, so it was like building up from this major low into the CCs. Each time you can see here, CC Fibonacci, CC Fibonacci, CC Fibonacci, CC Fibonacci. From there, you reclaimed obviously your VWAP. For me, the VWAP today was a really important level. And well, the rest is history, so they say, no. With a really, really strong move to the upside, getting above the daily, which for me, the daily was a really important level. But you went through it actually very easily in the end. There was no short to be had off of that daily, straight through the level. You can't complain about that. And bringing you up to, literally the high, which is taking off of these highs for that swing failure pattern type trade. Okay, you took the highs, slightly front running the top daily there. I would class that as a front run, yes. Front run why? Primarily because of that CME gap, just also taking the highs, a bit of a cool down. And then obviously you're going for a bit of consolidation now. So that's kind of like how it went. I saw, shout out to the people that managed to take up some of these longs. You can see their thought processes here. This guy, for example, saying plan the trade, trade the plan. He longs the retest of the daily. So again, longing a little bit higher up in the chart, but he's longing there on a sign of strength, And this is like the difference of opinion. You can get the really aggressive longs right at the low, or you can play it like this guy in the group done, and that's waiting for the sign of strength, waiting for the reclaims and trading with the strength. Okay, so rather than not trying to knife catch the absolute low, he's waited for that strength. He's longed around $37, and here you are, pumping to nearly $40,000. So different styles of trading. You can see different people in the group, different styles, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is having made that plan, sticking to that plan and making money. And you can see, for example, another guy in our group that got into a long at $34,000. So, lower in the chart. That was obviously off of the CC, but nevertheless, it's putting in the theory that we teach into practice. And, like this guy says, technical analysis doesn't work. Trade the news, Obviously, we love the sarcasm within Chart Champions. What we're saying here is, you got to ignore the news, you got to ignore the FUD, you got to ignore all the external factors and trade the chart. Yeah, to be honest, I think you'll all agree that the move today has been really, really, really technical. Well, I mean, you can see that for yourself. Look at this, 4 CCs in a row. It's hard to deny that it was an extremely technical move. Oh, Igor says he's happy to. Here we go. You want to get Igor? Let's see how we're going to do this. Igor has written in the chat, happy to join. Let's get this to 1,000 likes. Igor, if the people want your live stream, let's say they got to get it to 1,000 likes. Get that to 1,000 likes within the next 5 minutes and we'll give Igor a call on the live stream. That's up for you now. If you want to see Igor, smash the like right now, get it to 1,000, and I will call Igor. So it's up to you. If you want to see him, hit the like. Because it's a big privilege to be able to get to speak to this guy. He's a busy guy. So let's see if the people want to see you. It's up to them now. It's in their hands, my friend. That will be the deal. And if they don't want to speak to you, I'll phone you after the stream. So obviously the altcoins really big moves today as well, haven't they? I'm just trying to think. I'm keeping my eyes on the likes. Come on, pump it for Igor. Pump it for Igor. Smash those likes for him right now. This is the legend, by the way. We all know this legend. If you haven't heard of him from our previous streams, this is the guy that will go 60 million, bam, at market to have a bit of fun. Like, this guy is the whale of the whales, and you know, if you want to get the insights from one of the best traders around right now, you want to hear him on this video, period. Pumping it for his birthday. And the man also recently had his birthday celebrations as well. So, I mean, big respect in my friend. Oh my God, this is crazy. We literally have just gone 2,600 likes. I'm pretty sure someone bought the likes. And that's absolutely mental because we don't even have that much people watch. Igor, they want to see you, my friend. It's done. You're coming on the live stream then. That's mental. Has that actually just happened? Yeah, that's absolutely mental. There we go. 2,000 likes. They want to see you, my friend. Let's give him a call. Let me think. How am I going to do this? I suppose, mate, we will use Discord. Thinking Discord. Yeah, let me phone you on Discord. Let me just see what I have for my voice and video setup. Allow it to use my microphone. Ugh. I'm not going to be able to use this. What's a platform that I can use? Discord is not working for me. I'm trying to think what platform I can use to call you. We have got 4,400 likes on this video. This is absolutely mental. Igor's such a whale. He can even bring in the all-time high on the likes. It's pretty funny. I'm just trying to think what platform I can use to call you. I want to think of this really quickly. Maybe drop me a link you, mate, for something to call you on, because basically I can't use Discord. I'm just typing to them now. Let's okay, I'm gonna set up a meeting right now. Oh man. Can you just a few technical problems. Let's monitor Bitcoin while we wait. Let's keep it interesting for the people watching. But yeah, Igor is going to come on here. Let's just take a quick look. Oh, well, I mean, obviously this move to the upside was like the biggest short squeeze in the world, let's be honest. So this is the definition of a short squeeze, by the way. Really nice short squeeze. But yeah, this was definitely a short squeeze. You also did get the heads up that this was a strong move to the upside when you were looking at the order flow. Obviously, you were getting that strong move up with the open interest increases, with the really nice volume, with the really nice positive delta. So like the heads up were there to be like, careful just shorting the impulsive move start of the short squeeze. But obviously, people have shorted it and they have got, pretty much wrecked. Yeah. Quite a lot of liquidations in there, but you can kind of see that on the open interest. This is like a really big short squeeze. There we go. We got a meeting set up. Let's get into this open meeting. I'm going to need to change my... I'm going to put my headset on. Just try and see if we get this working. Test. Test. Yes. Let's go. Yo, all right, mate? We also got Mike in here. How's it going, Mike? How are you doing, my friend? Muito bem. What a move, mate. Yeah, we are. Let me just explain really quickly for the people that are not aware right now. We're speaking with Mike. This is the coach Mike from the group. We got Coach Igor coming in as well shortly. But right, just so for people that might not know, this is obviously. Oh, they can't hear you. Speak a second. That will be why. 1 second. Let's change it. Now speak.
Hello?
I'm pretty sure now they can hear you.
Hello, everybody.
Maybe it's good they didn't hear you before. What I'm just going to explain really quickly then, now they can hear you. For the information of everybody, this is Coach Mike speaking right now. Igor is going to be joining us in a bit, but we're obviously all the team here from Chart Champions. And now continue, my friend. Now that quick introduction.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I think everybody can now hear us, though.
Pretty sure they can.
That those likes are going crazy. So yeah, I guess that earns a little bit of a story, sharing some insight, funny things from the general chat. Once upon a time, yeah, once upon a time. I'm a guy that likes to live a normal life. I like to eat noodles, for example, and I hang my own laundry. And there was one day where I decided to take a trade on Bitcoin, and I just went to hang up my laundry. And that I came downstairs, and then I got squeezed myself. As a trader, you are taking losses sometimes, and that was one day definitely to remember. But now, today, I've set some things straight, because today I have longed, and the squeeze was on my side. So now we're even Bitcoin, and I'm a happy man.
There you go. The story of life, taking a big loss from doing the laundry to taking a big win. Exactly. A circle of life.
Circle of life, exactly.
The circle of Bitcoin.
I just find it really hilarious in a way. It's a very, very interesting day for me today. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a pretty crazy day.
Definitely. So I was actually just watching a little bit earlier on, and how I think, if I may, I want to react a little bit on that, how everybody trades differently, because also I actually entered this long a little bit later. I actually entered this long on the back on the SR flip of the weekly level. Myself. Yeah. Because I was...
Let me add this onto the chart so people can see this a second.
A little bit more conservative in this case. But from there on out, it's basically another 5 to 6% move, if I'm not mistaken.
So just so that people can just see this, because from my screen. So Mike's entry, like we've seen, there are different ways to trade. Obviously, within our group, we give you the theory, and then people can do their own trades. People have their own styles from there on out. And so Mike here is basically long the reclaim of the weekly. Weekly was obviously a resistance level, as you can see here. The weekly was pretty much to the dollar a resistance for another pullback, but then you get back above, you get the retest and you get the bounce. And I'm actually giving another really good long entry. If you are also, I'm sure you were, monitoring that open interest. That open interest was really brilliant. And really simply just the SR flip along with the open interest, monitoring the volume as it's coming in, high probabilities for a move to the upside. And yeah, that in itself is a 10% moved in total from the low of the weekly to the top of that wick. Pretty absolutely mental.
Yeah, and I think what I find the most interesting in that what you mentioned, this order flow part. This was the absolute shift of sentiment out there. This is where.
Well, hello there, my friend.
Igor.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
Sorry, I was just trying to fix my microphone. It seems working.
How are you, mate?
Good. How are you guys?
Mate, you got quite a lot of likes for.
I know. I was like, what the heck? It went from like 500 likes to 1.5 in like seconds. I was like, oh dear, what have I done?
Mate, we got 7,300 likes.
You're kidding me. What? Oh
Yeah,
my days.
Pretty mental.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing then?
Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. How are you doing, eh? Good?
Doing well, yeah. Absolutely.
Calling levels a few days in advance, weeks.
You must be very, very happy with that, mate.
Plan the trade the plan, and then CC pulls. Send the regards. Oh, it's just hilarious, mate. I just can't even. Yeah, it's just.
There you go. Regards are sent, mate. Regards are sent. Okay, I guess I'll ask you a few questions that I'm sure the people are probably wondering.
Go for it.
First thing I'll say is obviously, I'm sure you'll now know, this is obviously Coach Igor that we're speaking with right now, the whale of the market. What I guess the first question that's going to be asked is, what were your emotions this morning? Because you're waking up. Maybe you don't even look at the news. Maybe you saw it today, but obviously you wake up, you see plastered left, right, and center, war, fear, crashes, panic. You're seeing FUD left, right, and center. Everywhere you look, everybody's scared. You're seeing, if you turn on CNBC, if you turn on Bloomberg, it's, oh my God, the crash. Everywhere you look, it's just crash, 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 crash. Markets are crashing. All-time lows on the Russian stock market. Massive, massive, massive fear. How did you see all this fear and think to yourself, hey, I'm going to take this long trade? What was running through your mind?
I just kept thinking about Warren Buffett when he was talking about be fearful when people are greedy, and be greedy when people are, fearful. It's just the psychology in reverse. And for me to have
recording in progress,
to have the plan set a few days in advance, you log the trade. You are happy with the risk even before prices coming down to your level, in this case today, being a long position. You wait for the reaction. I had alerts going on from 4 o'clock, I think, in the morning, 4 or 5. Waited, gave it a bit of time, and then I looked at everything and made an informed decision. And then I think to top it up, I went into general chat and I was like, my days, it's bearish out there, like super bearish. Let's just take it. And the rest is history. And I liked when you came in as well on general chat, and we literally just went from war topics into just proper TA. You posted that exact same chart you've got there with the CCs, and I mean the thing is, the respect of the TA is just out of this world. And for example, I mean, many of the people watching will know the CCTR strategy, and you guys know that we can really zoom down to the second chart, and that's where big trades are formed. Like obviously a fund manager would look on a bigger, higher time frame to make their decision. Well, they need the sort of like the traders that trade these tiny little levels, like time frames, to start those moves, right? Yeah, and that CCTR strategy, we can see that coming in. It's just so perfect. Like some of these trades are just mind blowing, and it just gives you that like wow feeling. And then to go into the chat and see others doing the same is just like wow, amazing. So yeah, I mean the message from me to you is just block the noise and just study the modules and let's go. Let's just make paper money because it's brilliant.
Yeah, man, you gotta love printing that paper money.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, man. Yeah, but I mean, there you go. You've heard it from the legend himself. That is what you need to. If there's one thing you take away from today, again, whether you've lost money today, whether you've won money, whether you've taken no trades, there you go. Like, remember that. Just block the news. Literally, plan the trade, trade the plan, cut the noise, and block the news.
Absolutely.
Patience
And
equals
look,
rewards.
and look, even before I put this trade on, I mean, it's a few days in the making. I already know how much in terms of percentage, value, USD, everything, paper, of course, you're going to be losing to the potential gain you're going to gain, obviously. So when that's coming down to your level or up, if you're shorting or whatever, you just have to be happy and uh, confident and just take it because you've made it your plan, and that is it. And a lot of people, I know this, I know this, people don't do that. A lot of people don't do that, and when it comes to the crunch, they just go and
Yeah, man.
don't go ahead. And so the message, yeah, plan, be
Yeah,
ready.
man. Yeah, 100%. It's like, well, it's obviously, you see my harmonic idea from the last Champions live stream?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like the same idea. Like, we knew using Fibonacci time, if we had saw that bounce, obviously we were looking at a bounce on Sunday, and we were like very, very, very certain that that was not the low, because the low being put in on a Sunday or Monday was like really, 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 really quick. And so, like, yeah, when you like factor in when you factor in like probabilities in terms of also time, you're starting to add in all of these different factors of factor number one. Igor doesn't like the current low. Let's look for lower.
I posted the meme this morning, like I like the low.
I actually saw that. I actually did see that. I'm actually going to try and find it.
Yeah, find it because it's hilarious. You know what? I just love how the guy goes back like, yeah, it's just so brilliant. I love it. It's fitting. Yeah, I do like that. If you can show it, like people would love it.
Where was this post?
And there's another one I said the other day. I think someone was saying, "Oh, he's joking." I said, "I don't joke."
Oh man,
it's quite funny.
But yeah, we had. I'm gonna need to try and find it. It's hard to find some of these posts sometimes. But yeah, we obviously had the we had the probabilities in terms of Fibonacci time simply for the harmonic not having taken way not enough time last Sunday. We knew we were waiting for the end of the week at least for that in terms of time. So we had like the time aspects. We had high probability zones. We also knew that we had taken no liquidity back on the 22nd because this was, we'd still not taken any major lows. We obviously had slightly front run that. There was a secondary naked point of control down here as well, wasn't there, that we slightly front run. So it was like a case in the end of, could have, I mean, you agree with me, I'm sure here. Could have this been the low? And instead of doing this, price had actually put in a low here and bounced. Of course, we as traders acknowledge that was possible.
Yes.
As traders, I
agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, we had to acknowledge it. This was obviously possible. Price could have just pumped like it did here, back here. But when you start to factor in things, for me, the most important thing, period, was that Fibonacci time, was the fact that the harmonic was never going to be valid with a low put in with the low put in, towards the start of the week there, obviously on the 22nd. Just for me, that was the main thing for me, the harmonic, period. I'm not sure if it was, you probably have a different idea, because I don't think you were trading the harmonic, were you?
No, but
No.
I just didn't like that low. I know it's a meme now, and we talk about it all the time now, but I just didn't like it. I looked at it and I was like, no, there's just something missing here that I don't buy it. I don't buy into it. And then I kept looking at the lows, and for me, like the turning point was breaking the lower high and making a higher high at 44,500 or there, give or take. That to me just kind of like shifted everything, and I said, right, the next drop, I'm looking for a higher low. But when that one came, I was just not very happy with it. So I kind of like, I just, stood still. I was like, right, I'm going to get this move down. And then I posted saying, look, I would like the move down deeper would even be better, because it would stop more people out, fill more, larger positions, etc. And it just, it came. And I like that Daniel Haddad actually said take profits on your shorts on the 24th. It's just like, what? It's just brilliant. Everything comes together. TA is incredible. So yeah, perfect.
Yeah, man. I just showed this one as well. This was obviously the place where I done it off of that CC. And it's just like, yeah, it's just like in the time, just thinking to yourself, hey, what are you gonna do? Understand. Yeah, it's just like having the plan, trading the plan. And I'm sure Mike as well. You're still here, Mike?
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah,
here.
man. I mean, the same for you. Like, obviously, all three of us here had different long entries, offer different plans. Like, that's the hilarious fit. Like, it's not hilarious, I suppose, but that's like, I think, like a really good takeaway for the audience here to really
Well, I think the main
understand.
takeaway. No, hang on. I think the main takeaway is that we've been taught by you. So it's like we all have like in a way sort of like different plans, but kind of like the same idea. Like it's hard to explain, but it's really good. Like that the whole three of us kind of like found a way to obviously catch this thing in a sense, or so to speak. So that's great.
Yeah,
Thanks
well,
you.
I guess, yeah. I was going to say something different, but that is a good thing to say as well. Then, yeah, like that's, yeah, I guess it's true as well. Like everyone there is taught by myself, but the way then that we've all come to a similar conclusion that this is a good region to long, but we've all actually got completely different plans. Like mine was primarily off of a harmonic. Mike's there is obviously off of the reclaim with strength, looking at the order flow, and then Eagles is going off of, well, a plan based off of other technical analysis,
Yep.
and so it's quite really. I think it's like really interesting for the audience to like just think about that for a second. That hey, we're all in the same group, we're all like working together, and we're all trading the same asset, and we're all from the same background, so to speak, in that regards. We've all learnt the same methods, and then all three of us have like three distinct separate methods of trading, and I think like that's really interesting for the people, because I mean that's the beauty. Then it also means like for you watching this right now, you can come in, learn from us, and formulate your own system, formulate your own plans via our teachings. And like, yeah, I think that's really interesting dynamic.
100%.
Yeah, this is really cool actually.
Yep.
Yeah, I do
100%.
think I do think the one thing that we probably all have in common in this sense, so like how we, when price actually gets to this, to how you want to trade it. One thing we have in common, we all, I assume, planned it ahead like a week in advance or something like that. I remember doing a stream myself. This was, I think, on the 5th or 6th of February or something like that, mapping out this exact region. So this is why this was such a relaxed trade for me. It went a little bit lower than I wanted, which is the reason why I went for the reclaim. But it hit the zone, and all I had to do literally was not thinking of what I was gonna do exactly here. I just went on there, sat back and relaxed, monitored the price action, and saw how the sentiment was changing as it was flipping, which was very classic. Observed it so many times. I was like, this is the exact moment when the sentiment shifts from bearishness to bullishness, be it even locally or bigger, I don't know, but that's what I saw. And all I did was just execute my plan, right?
Yeah, man.
And that's it.
Brilliant. Yep. That's it. Calm. And yeah, that's
Obviously,
it.
what I know what you mean there, because that was similar for me. Obviously, I was also looking personally for lower, but not necessarily all the way down to 34 400 where we bottomed out in the end. And that's why personally I was also playing it a bit more cautiously, because for me, like, so you can understand, like, why I didn't long any of this down here, didn't long this first move down. And that was for me two reasons really. First of all, I knew that I had a high term time frame potential, but I also, to be honest, like, I did have in the back of my mind everything that was also going on in the world. Also, the ES at that time was not looking strong. For me, that was affecting my decision making, to be honest with you. And that's why I really wasn't aggressive down here, and I wasn't aggressive on this first move. I really wanted to have something in the chart really prove to me that it wants to bounce, because I knew we're in a bounce zone, but I really needed to see something that actually gave me that entry, because I personally was recognizing a lot of weakness at the time. And so seeing it drop further down than what I'd liked, I didn't feel like longing any of this. I didn't. We bounced. I didn't long any of this. A first move down, I didn't want to long the first move down. It wasn't until we then saw that secondary bounce and the retest that I'm thinking to myself then, hey, we now have a potential series of high lows. And the main thing for me was that I had a stop loss then. I knew where I was wrong. That for me was like the number one thing that I really wanted, like a really tight stop loss, because this for me was really important. I wanted to know where I'm wrong. This one, the stop loss for me was too big. I wasn't willing to take that risk. Even on this one, I didn't want to take the risk because of the overall context of the market at the time. I didn't even want to take this much of a risk. I wanted to get in a tight invalidation. Now, when we were given this secondary retest, for me, it was just like perfect.
Did it 10 o'clock this morning? Was it 10 a.m.?
Yeah, well, it was funny because it was just after I actually done a public YouTube video where I looked at it just as it was dropping. It was kind of funny, but yeah, it was around 11:30.
That's right.
But yeah, obviously, just for an FYI as well, which is really interesting, you can see a post here of where it come down to at the time. Like, yes, it come down a little bit lower than. I mean, it's not even like lower than expected. It hit a level that we were aware of, to be fair. And this is like a pattern. And this is like the good thing I think that we're really, really good at. And it's like recognizing patterns like really early. And obviously the last time we put in the low back on the 24th of Jan, it was on the 86. And this time we come down to the 86 again. So also like recognizing this early on as a trader is ultra important, and then recognizing that that's what we've bounced off of, and then we've got a CC, and then we're bouncing off a CC again, then we're bouncing off a CC again, then we're bouncing off a CC again. You can kind of tell as more and more members in our group get more confident, the more it starts to bounce. But
I almost felt today that the Bitcoin was actually leading the ES, because I kept an eye on ES as well, and I was like, what's going on here? And it was just so interesting to watch them both together earlier this morning between 10 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I guess. That was the time I was really looking at it, and it was so interesting to watch them both. And yeah, it's highly correlated at the moment.
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, you can see here that this bounce really starts.
I mean, all the markets were crazy volatile today. I mean, look at gold, look at oil, look at the dollar. Big moves today.
Look
you know,
at the
for
Russian stock market, mate.
yeah, yeah. Well, surprise, surprise. Though, to be honest, I mean, it's a really, really volatile day, and the thing is that I have yeah, I guess. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna say this on stream. You know, like I have a little bit of a rule for myself where I would say, if you don't fully grasp the context of what's really going on, and I am referring to like global events that are happening, then simply stay out until you can make an informed decision. And that's exactly what I did. And at some point, I couldn't ignore the technicals anymore. And I was like, yeah, well, you know, I'm a technical trader, so this is giving me a trade, period. Shoving all aside all the noise and making a decision back to my roots, basically.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, perfect. I like that a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, the same goes for me. I was also, I mean, it's obviously like really, it's like one of those things, and I think we mentioned this all the time. It's really easy to talk, and then it's like totally different when it comes to putting that money on the line and taking the trade. And for me, I like to think that I'm really good at blocking all the noise, blocking all of that, and no emotions in trading the chart. But even for me this morning, I was feeling it. So to be honest, like slightly emotional, so to speak, of being cautious. It was adding that extra layer of caution,
Yeah,
which
100%.
is not really so characteristic of myself, I suppose. But I'm a human, I suppose, at the end of the day. And I was slightly affected
What,
of
really?
things that were going on in the world, and it was affecting my decisions. But in the end, it all worked out. I just played extra caution of wanting to see more of an invalidation on the trade. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter so much because the bounce was so big. Whether I longed, 34,400 or 35,500, it's really minuscule at the end of the day, the difference. But for me at the time, it was just like that extra feeling of security on the trade that I kind of wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's good. For me, it's like I see the whole news and the whole thing. I mean, obviously it's sad, and there's a lot of stuff going with it. We're not going to go into details, but for me, when I see stuff like that, when things like this is happening, it's things to me that I say, well, you can't actually change it yourself. So you're kind of wasting your energy just trying to, I don't know, spend time on or wasting time on doing stuff like that. So you may as well just, block all that noise and just, study and just put the work in on, like Mike was saying, on the TA, which is so well respected, and you can control that side, but you can't control the worldwide sort of politics and
I
etc.
actually just saw something really, really interesting as well, and that was with you see gold dropped really, really, really hard today.
Yeah,
Okay.
4% or so. Yeah.
Yeah, and what I absolutely love about this is I actually remember reading this, and I just thought of it now. I was just scrolling through the charts and I saw that gold dumped pretty hard, and I just remembered this post from a member in our group that I was just randomly reading earlier. I saw this and I looked at it and I thought, well, that's interesting. And I remember I opened his short on gold today. I hope he doesn't really mind me saying, but he opened that short on gold today, and yeah, I just found it at the time when he was first talking about shorting gold. I was thinking, oh, that's just like an interesting perspective, interesting play at this, and to see how that worked, it just made me laugh there. I just saw it play out really well.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
good day.
Well played.
Yeah, that was a big drop on gold.
Well, it's perfect because obviously you can't just, well, not can't, but it's like you don't have to just trade Bitcoin. When you learn TA, you can trade other markets. So it's great to see people, shorting gold. Why not? Do it.
Yeah, man. Gotta make that bread, mate.
Yep. Read 'em.
Yeah, man. Should we take a look at some questions or not?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I see here one. So I think this is a very common question that we get a lot, so we might as well go into this a little bit. So it's about the nature of our community. So yeah, no, we're not a signal group, but we basically focus on the technical, on learning how to do technical analysis. So it's an educational group, and well, how long did it take us to become, profitable, so to speak, learning from the course? I think what I will say about this, obviously everybody learns very differently and has different learning speeds. Most people come in the group and they expect to be profitable basically within like a month or so, and I'd say that's a little bit unrealistic. As with any craft, right, you need to put in the time, effort, and work to study. And if you do dedicate yourself to learning everything that we have to offer and put in the practice and put in the work yourself, it will be. And generally, I would say if you have no education at all and you need to figure out everything yourself, I think, what is it, 3-4 years maybe, or sometimes even longer, is an realistic expectation, I would say. But I think, when you have somebody that helps you teach and learn, then the process will be sped up significantly. So like, to put an accurate number on it, it's difficult to say because that's for everybody very different. But I will say if you do put in the time and effort, it will definitely be sped up, so to speak. Hope that makes sense.
There was actually, as you talked about, I remember just seeing this again. This was another post I saw last night. This was in the psychology section. Guy said, this is from Johnny in the group. He said he started trading exactly 1 year ago, and it took him 1 year to finish all of the Chart Champions modules. In his own words, he says, to all those who are struggling, I strongly advise you to really watch them. It's incredible the amount of knowledge myself and the coaches, you two speaking, and Victor and George are sharing, and it gives you a new vision of the charts. There are so many mistakes that I could have avoided by watching the videos earlier instead of doing one or two from time to time. The most important thing is ahead of us. Now it's time to continue with the rest of the contenders live streams, and you can see here he's actually gone through all of the modules. He's completed all of them 100%, and well, that's really impressive. And I also emphasize his words, like a lot of people join. Like I emphasize both of your words. A lot of people join. They think it's going to be easy. They think it's like a gateway to having free money by joining the group. Yeah, we're not a signals group. We only focus on the education. Yes, sometimes we give trades, but this is not our focus. Our focus is education. And yeah, I think a lot of people really don't actually respect the modules enough. Like these modules literally are life-changing. That's not my words, that's the words that we have now heard and read hundreds of times. The people that have really put their mind and focused on it, it literally is life-changing material. And I don't think people give it enough respect, because some people just join and never watch them. It's kind of sad. But and then end up, and you know, these are the guys that leave the group complaining. You know, it's, I don't know, it's strange the way the world works. But, you know, really, yeah, emphasizing like go through them all. It's going to take time. And it's like we say here, never underestimate the importance of small steps. If you try and watch all the videos in one day, it's not going to work, is it? You're not going to retain the information. Focus on like one video a day, then putting it into practice. Focus on the next video. Like these small steps every single day, you reach the top of the mountain. If you try and do it too quick, you're going to fail. If you don't do it all, you're going to fail. But if you take those small steps, just 15 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, everybody has that. Because, you know, the biggest thing that we hear as well is, oh, I have a family, I have a full-time job, I have no time. You know, the biggest thing that people normally moan about is time. Oh, I can't watch a 2-hour live stream, I have no time. Well, you have 15 minutes a day. So 2-hour live stream, 15 minutes a day. Yeah, it's going to take you a week to watch it, but you know, that's a small step. If you just do that, yes, instead of doing it in 1 year, it's going to take you a few years. You know, watch the rush. If you're in this for the long term, there's no rush, you know, whether it's 2 or 5 years. If you're doing a university degree, it's going to take you 5 years if you want to be a doctor, for example. So what's the difference between being a doctor and being a trader? In my opinion, well, obviously, you know what I mean. Like this is also could take 5 years. This is basically like a university degree, so to speak. So if you approach it like that, with that amount of studying needed, that amount of serious needed, we're basically the university of traders, to be honest.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. And I also agree.
Yep, agree. Small steps towards that goal. And you have to see it just as each day as it comes. Just do a little bit. Don't think about the overall, you know, obviously have your goals set and everything, but just, you know, take small steps and they will really add up. Especially when you get to the contender stream compounding, you will then understand exactly what I mean. Small steps, climbing and climbing.
Amen.
It's great fun.
Definitely. Another interesting question. What is going to happen in 4 days? Not on the chart, but I heard something about like a website or something or whatever.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I guess this is a good time to. Well, maybe you know, maybe you don't know. There's a few things that you can do to be in touch to make sure you don't miss any of the latest news that's going on. First thing that you can do is obviously sign up to the mailing list. That way you can be emailed as soon as there's a new update from us about the market, from us about the new platforms that we got coming out, all of that good information that you want and you need right now. You can sign up to that mailing list. It's obviously absolutely free. So you can sign up to that. And one of the big bits of news that you'll see is obviously the new platform, totally new from the ground reworked platform that we have coming out. Yeah, that's start next week, I believe. No,
That is correct.
Super
So,
excited for that.
I think this is going to be pretty amazing. Yeah, we basically got a whole new platform coming out. You're going to see that on Monday, everybody. So the hype is going to be real. I think I believe we were going to do another live stream on Monday for the launch. No, are we going to like talk about that live stream? What time we'll do that now, or do you want to talk about that in private first?
Yeah, you can talk about it.
Okay, yeah. So basically, I know one of the questions that I've already seen already is, can I sign up today if you're going to be releasing a new website on Monday? And the answer is yes, because it's all automatically transferred. There's no disadvantage of signing up. Now, the other question that we get all the time is, if I join on the 24th, will I get billed again on the 1st? The answer is no. If you join on the 24th of February, you get billed then on the 24th of March. And you can sign up today on the old website. It's all automatically transferred to the new website. Just an FYI. But yeah, with the live stream that we'll do on Monday, or next week, let's not put 100% Monday, but next week we'll go and do the live stream of the unveiling of the platform. It's going to be somewhat, I believe, like a what would the spotlight when Apple release a new iPhone? They do the spotlight, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the cool thing. We're gonna do the cool thing.
We're gonna do the cool thing. So you can be tuned for that on Monday. To get the exact time and day of the live stream, you can sign up to the mailing list, and we'll obviously email you all the details of the time, the links to join, everything that you need to join that really, really cool live stream that we're going to do together. Sign up to the mailing list. We'll email you all the details to make sure you don't miss that.
Exciting
Nice.
stuff.
Yeah,
definitely. It literally is actually going to be total game changer. So a keynote, that's it. The keynote. We're going to we're going to chart champions keynote.
that's the word. Yeah, nice. I think we're gonna be kicked out of this meeting in a few minutes.
I'm gonna we'll wrap it up. So have you got any final words for everybody?
People sense there.
Come join us. Come and learn some interesting things.
I don't think. Yeah, definitely. I'm really also excited about this whole thing about next week. I mean, we worked really, really hard on this for the whole year. So yeah, and in the end, we're really putting this effort, to share and spread the knowledge. And yeah, I'm really excited for next week. So
and I just wanted to say a big thank you for all the team behind the scenes doing a massive amount of work, developers and all. So
big shout out
to them.
To everybody.
Yep, definitely.
Absolutely.
And if you want to if you guys want to know our targets, come and join us. Why not?
Amen.
Amen.
But there you go, there, everybody. We send our regards. Yeah, this meeting literally is going to kick you out, by the way, in literally 2 minutes because it's a Zoom meeting. But
thank you for having me. I'm out. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on as well, and thanks everybody else for joining into the stream as well.
Yes.
Cheers.
Same. Cheers. Thanks. Good evening, all. Bye. Bye.
Cheers. I'll do a quick wrap up there. Now that Zoom meeting was literally running out of time, so my final words will be, yeah, honestly, yeah, thanks. The team behind the scenes that you don't see, I'll emphasize their words. Massive shout out to all the developers, all the staff, literally all the staff, periods, that have been working really, 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 really hard. That's the sort of stuff that you don't see. You as the public viewer don't see all that hard work, but we have been working on this new platform now for a year. And we have spent a lot of time on it. So I really hope that you notice and love the improvements that we're going to bring you. This is our passion. This is our love. This is our baby. So I really hope that you like it. You'll see that next week, obviously. Final words. I guess I'll end with these final words that I wrote in the psychology section. And that was, big things have small beginnings. Courage wasn't a matter of taking the whole mountain in a single leap. Courage was taking it one step at a time, doing what was necessary now, preparing for the next step, and refusing to worry about whether some step in the future would be the one that would break him. Well done on all the hard work, and here is to the next step of the journey. And yeah, I suppose I'll end with that. Take it step by step, enjoy the process. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. So yeah, hopefully via our videos you jump onto the passion, the love that we have for trading, the love that we have for sharing, the love that we have for just being positive, just hanging out with positive, successful people. This is a good remedy, generally speaking, to also improve yourself personally. We are positive, we are successful, and hanging out with us hopefully gives off these vibes and aids you in that section of your life as well. So yeah, from all of us at Chart Champions, honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you ever so much. We really hope that we are making a good, positive impact into your life. And here's to the next chapter, I suppose. Chart Champions 2.0, CC Paul, sending their regards. Thank you ever so much, everybody. And I suppose we'll remember that. The beginning is only just here today. We're only just getting started. Big things to come. Thank you ever so much. And let's continue to crush it. Let's absolutely continue to crush it. This video today was obviously not so focused on the technicals. I'll bring you another video tomorrow for a more in-depth video look at the technicals. For now, all you can remember is that we have that important weekly, the important daily above us. I'll go more in depth inside the Discord here, and for the public, I'll do another video for you 100% obviously on Monday. Hopefully tomorrow I'll do another video as well, where we'll look more at the local levels here, just so you know, those are the big levels weekly and daily that you can be looking at in the next 12 hours. And we're going to give you more levels tomorrow for the public, or Monday, depends if I do have time tomorrow, basically, for a public video. We'll see. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed. Thank you and goodbye. Cheers, everybody.